Hi, you're listening to Phil DeBella, and this is FlashCast by PDB. Today I'm joined by my wonderful children, Miss Anika DeBella and Arlee DeBella, and we're going to be doing the topic about children and technology. So as we know, very topical. I have been asked this many times by listeners saying, how do you deal with your children and technology? Are they allowed technology and all the rest of it? Well, of course, the answer is they are allowed technology, and used in the correct way and in moderation, it can attribute to growth mindset. Of course, if technology is not used in the right way, it, to me, I call it dumbification. It can actually make our children a little bit more dumber or less susceptible and aware of what's going on. But enough from me. Let's hear from a little wonderful little 9-year-old and an amazing 11-year-old and get their perspective of technology. So let's start with Arlee DeBella. Arlee, welcome to the show.
Hello, you've come to the right person about technology.
Yeah, no doubt. So, okay, tell me, what is the best thing about technology?
I play an app called Minecraft. It's a game where you can build things, make villages, and basically do whatever you want, blow up everything.
So what's great about that game? What do you think that game brings to your life?
You can make sculptures, so it kind of brings out your imagination.
So you use Minecraft for your imagination. Do you think that you spend too much time on technology?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Anika, what's common for you right at the moment? What's trending on technology for you?
Yeah, I play Minecraft with Arlee. I think it depends how you use it, but we just recently opened up a realm where you can connect with all of your friends, so we kind of use it as a socializing thing when we don't really get to see them.
Okay, so you use obviously Minecraft because it's creative, and we're very blessed. Jana and I both have two very creative children, so Minecraft is obviously good for that. But now it's interesting, you bring in the concept of socializing with your friends. How do you know you're actually communicating with your friends? How do you scope out who's on Facebook and on your social media and who's not? Not social media, because you guys don't have social media, sorry, but who's on your technology playing the game? Do you play with strangers or do you play with people that you know?
We play
Anika?
with people we know.
And you're strict on that? You don't let any new visitors in?
Indeed.
Okay, Arlee, can you play with friends that you know, of course?
Yes, but there's something to say about that. There's something called servers where you can play on servers with different people. There's a lot of restrictions, so it's very safe, but you still get to play with other people. Okay,
so you guys very careful on who you allow into the realm or into the group?
Yes.
Yes.
And you've been taught the dangers and obviously to be aware of stranger danger?
Yes.
And how do you feel about that? Is it something that you think about a lot, Arlee, when you're playing? Are you conscious about it, or is it just something that you do?
I'm very conscious about it. Because this is one time. Once I said to Anika, I think this world is this realm is too spacious to anyone. And then my theory and hunch was right, because 2 minutes later, 2 strangers joined the realm and they messed up everything.
And how did you deal with that? What did you guys do?
We created a private realm instead.
Okay, it's good. So you're obviously both very aware of stranger danger, and you've both done courses at school on it, which is fantastic. And obviously Mum and myself are very vigilant. So one of the things that we do for our listeners is obviously we set boundaries and parameters for our children. There's certain games they're allowed to play and there's certain games they're not allowed to play. Arlee, what's some of the games we don't let you play?
It all comes down to age restriction. It's an old app, but it's called Fortnite.
Yeah, and what's Mum and Dad's view on Fortnite?
That if you had a little bit of a deeper knowledge, you would know that it's really addicting, and people do something really bad over it. Like, 2 examples. One, someone broke their TV because they wasn't allowed to play Fortnite. And second, they actually left their family.
So is it a violent game?
Yes.
It should be R18+, but since there's no graphic blood, it's considered an M game.
Well, that's very, very good analogy there. So it should be, and this is coming from an 11-year-old who says that it should be an R-rated game, but it's actually an M game. Well, you know that being an M game, that you can't be under the age of 15 to play Fortnite either. Yet I know a lot of people that do, and that's no judgment. It's just using it as an example that myself and Jana put parameters in place. But more importantly, we explain to our children why they should be doing something and why they shouldn't be doing something. Is that right, kids?
Yep.
Yes.
We encourage you guys to think and make sure that you're always being the best.
You can be.
Right? And remember that choices are yours to make and that we need to be in growth mindset. So on a positive note, tell me, what other things can you do with technology? Of course, in schools these days, they're using technology all the time for positive. You guys got laptops. I didn't start using a computer till I was in grade 10. You guys are using computers since grade 3. So obviously technology has its positives. What's some of the awesome stuff that you guys do with technology? Anika?
I edit a lot of videos for school. I digitally draw on my laptop, and I talk to one of my friends who's not at my school that I'm at the moment.
Okay, so there's some great ways that you're using technology in a positive way, and I know that you love your drawing, and that digital drawing device you've got is fantastic, and it helps keep all your memories, and it's paper free, and all the rest of it. So that's a really, really good tool, and of course, a really dear friend of yours that doesn't go to the same school, but you went to the same primary school with early years primary school. You obviously get to communicate with Nicola, often through use of technology, which is fantastic. Arlee, for you, what are the positive things that you're doing? This morning you were showing me you were logging something on a diary.
Yeah, that was also part of Minecraft because there's books in Minecraft that you can write things down on. But one thing I use for school a lot is OneNote.
Yeah.
Churchy shares accounts, so I'm sure most people know how to use OneNote, but your teacher assigns you something on OneNote and you do it.
It's fantastic because I'll let you in on a secret, not even Daddy knows how to use OneNote. I use Notes, I use Word, Microsoft Word, I use obviously Outlook, and that's the beauty of technology. If embraced and correct, and I suppose that's probably the message out of this Flashcast, is if technology is a good thing, it's all part of evolution. And remember that technology was built by people my age and older. Yet we blame the youth for that technology. The youth are actually a byproduct of those that have built the technology, which are people of our age or older that have actually brought technology into people's lives. Now, you guys are embracing it, and everything's evolving. And my point would be that technology is a great thing. It's part of evolution, and it's actually an extra resource that helps you achieve more if you use it correctly. But the key is obviously using technology in the right manner and being vigilant. But one of the other key things is obviously too much screen time causes bad eyes. Too much screen time forces us to keep our head down and not up and looking around. So something we tell our kids all the time, isn't it? When you're, especially in the car driving, what do we say? Get off the technology and look out the
Window.
and absorb what's going on around you, right?
And also at meal times.
And at mealtimes, correct. So we're starting to put boundaries. But of course, it's hard. Technology is a great thing. And of course, we're all guilty of it, including myself. When we go to dinner, it can be easy to let the kids play on technology. But again, what we've done is embrace what they're using the technology for. So in closing, because it's always a privilege to have my two wonderful children on the show, some insights from yourself. What would your advice be to other parents about technology? Anika?
Definitely set restrictions. Surprisingly, Arlee's not the one who doesn't have glasses, does not have glasses, and he's the one that spends most time on it. And I ended up with glasses from looking so close to a screen. So definitely set restrictions on iPads, even if it's going to cause a whole drama. It's still worth it in the long run.
Great. Arlee, what would your advice be to parents?
I'm going to add on to Anika's. You've got to have some distance between it. You can still play on it for a decent amount of time, but you can't put your nose is actually touching the screen. That's way too close.
Yeah, and also get out there and enjoy life, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Make sure you're playing sport and getting out there and amongst the environment and not being unsociable, because that's something that we don't want. We need to make sure people, especially children, become good communicators. Well, kids, always a privilege. Love you both heaps. You've been listening to FlashCast by PDB, and until next time, be the
Best you can be.